So for this third video for the month of December, I'm going to talk about planning. We talked about reset, then we talked about casting vision. So now it's time to plan. Obviously, you probably have planned out your year, unless you're not type A like me, which is totally fine. But if you haven't already planned out some things, December is a nice kind of almost halfway point to look at the rest of your year. Things that you might want to take into consideration might be like national holidays to celebrate, or you could just learn about them. Maybe not specific to your culture, maybe you could learn about other cultures' holidays and how they celebrate them. And that again goes back to giving them that opportunity to become more well-rounded, learning about people who are different than them. There's so many benefits to studying other cultures and why they do certain things differently than we do. You could also plan out different field trips. Do you know anyone who could teach a skill? Maybe there is a parent in your group of friends who has a specific skill, maybe in the kitchen or in the wood shop, or maybe landscaping. Obviously, you want to wait till it's warmer to be going outside unless you're bundling up. But it would be nice to find someone who would teach a skill to a group of families, a group of kids from a few families. Maybe there's an artist that you know that could do like a really cute little art class with the kids. So you're kind of outsourcing for things that you're not an expert in. So find people that you know who can help teach. And if you grab a couple other families, I'm sure you can grab a class, get a class together really easily, and then share with the kids that you know this person and they have this skill and they're going to do this and they're going to teach us today and we're all going to learn together. And so it's like a group learning effort, group learning activity. You could also plan out different vacations. Some families choose to make their vacations also educational experiences. I don't always do that. I think that sometimes we just need a break from school altogether. Whenever you can sneak in learning, that's always fun, but I think sometimes we can get a little carried away and try and make everything a learning opportunity, but that's a whole nother video, so I'll just put a pin in that. You could also plan out your curriculum. I mentioned in the other video, sometimes curriculums don't really mesh really well with your kids, and that's fine. Maybe you need to keep what you're doing and it's going great. Awesome. Maybe you need to make some modifications. Maybe you need to find something else. Maybe you need to supplement, go on Teachers Pay Teachers and grab a few different resources to kind of change it up a little bit, or go on Pinterest and find the bazillion ideas on there to add something to the curriculum to help your kids learn better, understand more, enjoy themselves, and make the experience enjoyable for everyone involved. You can also plan out different unit studies. I know in the spring it's really fun to do like a life cycle or anything like that because of the things that are happening at that time of the year. A lot of times spring brings new life for plants and animals, so you could do different life cycle studies. You can do unit studies on what they're passionate about. If they're really obsessed with dinosaurs, do a whole unit study on dinosaurs and pull all kinds of resources. You can go to your local library and grab books. You can look online for different activities. You can literally make everything about dinosaurs for a few weeks in your homeschool life. So different math problems on dinosaurs and different reading passages on dinosaurs. So there's lots that you can do there, and it's tailored to their interests. So that's really awesome whenever you can do that. I also like to find more ways to get outside. So whenever I can, I am constantly looking for ways to get outside. We'll do scavenger hunts outside. Sometimes we'll write with chalk on the sidewalk outside. Sometimes we'll just go and read outside. As the weather gets warmer, obviously, it's easier. Sometimes you have to really bundle up in these cold months coming out of December, but whenever you can get outside, it's always great for everyone. You also want to look ahead at your weeks and your months, just so you're not falling behind or feeling like you're rushed or you're missing things. I do have a planner that I made that's like a month recap or a month planner, because planning out weekly was just too much for me. So this is a month kind of like looking out view, maybe focusing on specific character traits or certain field trips, certain holidays. It's just kind of like a zoomed out view of your homeschool life instead of like the day-to-day. The curriculum that I use, we just follow the lessons day to day. I really don't need to plan that out, which is amazing. But as a parent who also wants to instill certain qualities in my kids, I do need reminders for what we're focusing on in other areas. So that planner has been really helpful for that. I'm also going to drop a link down for the do's and don'ts of homeschooling. I did a whole series on that and it was so fun. Just check that out, and as you're planning, kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you have any other tips for planning at this point in the year or at any time, go ahead and drop those in the comments, and I hope you got some value from this video.